Hey, what's up guys, this is Monkey Bean, and today I wanted to talk to you about early access and betas on Steam. Now at the moment, the market has been absolutely flooded with early access games. So that is unfinished games that are being tested for bugs, problems, etc. And in the majority of cases, you're paying a reduced price for that. Now, the keyword in that is majority, because for some games, they're still charging full price for an unfinished game that could have problems and could be practically unplayable. You wouldn't know until you buy the game. Now, to me, that is a problem, because at that point it feels like rather than beta testing a game, they are using early access as a reason to pay for the game, rather than having actual evidence that this is the game, this is what we got, this is good, like it used to be. I mean, it still is now, but a lot of the time now, instead, we're basically putting our money on a promise rather than a fact. To me, that is not good, because it seems like developers are now just abusing that as a way of making the money that they would make at the end of the development cycle about halfway through and cutting out the middleman. Now that, to me, it just seems like it's being abused. It's not being used as an actual beta testing system. Now, I do not have personal experience with the game that I'm about to talk about, but from what I can see, it is a good example for paying full price for what is essentially an unfinished game. Now, the game is Planetary Annihilation, which is from what I can see, is a large-scale strategy game, and it does look very interesting. Don't get me wrong, I'll play that game when it comes out on full access. But at the moment it's on early access and they're charging $39.99. That seems ridiculous to me, because that is the price of a full retail game. And they're charging that for an unfinished game in need of testing. That doesn't seem right to me. That seems stupid. What makes it even worse is that earlier on in the year, and I noticed it earlier on and thought it was absolutely ridiculous, they were asking for, I think it was either £60 or £70 for what at that stage would have been an even earlier access version of the game. That to me is ridiculous. If anything, people who are helping to test the game should be getting a reduced price, surely. But instead they're being charged, I guess at that time that would have been the full retail price, or it would have been even more. But as people have not been purchasing and not been testing, they've had to lower the prices. But even then, it's the fact that they're allowed to put up a unfinished game for that price is absolutely ridiculous, in my opinion. I mean, I don't have any personal experience with the game. It could be that it's worth the £60 for an unfinished version, but come on, that doesn't seem right at all. Now, another game that is doing this at the moment is Starbound. Now, Starbound isn't nearly as much. You're not paying like 60-70 quid for an unfinished game. I think I can't remember the prices now. I think it's like £14 maybe, I don't know. But at the moment, it's been released, it's been branded as an early access game, but rather than, it doesn't seem like when you're playing it that you're actually stress testing anything. It seems like they have released the full version of the game for you to play around in, and they're saying it's unfinished, things will change. But if that's the case, why not just release the game at its release date? Why give us the early version? That makes no sense to me, except for the fact that developers then make their money early on in the process, which to me seems like they're using the system for a completely different thing. And that seems stupid. I think it's abusing the system, and I don't agree with it. But I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think that it's a good idea to be a part of the game in its early stages and help the game to grow into what it can become, and to be a part of its community in that early stage? And do you think that's worth the full retail price? Or do you think that publishers are just abusing the system and making their money halfway through the development stage? I mean, how do you feel about it? How do you feel about this? I mean, please leave a comment. Let's have a discussion. I want to see what people think. See if I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I mean, that's just my opinion. But I want to see what you guys think. I think this is a topic that needs to be addressed and discussed, because I think it could turn into a real problem later on in the life cycle of Steam. So anyway, leave a comment, please, if you agree with me, disagree with me, or if you think that this is something we need to talk about. Please like the video, please comment, please share, whatever, blah blah blah. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.